Hi everyone, well welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, like you would have seen by that little bit of a start I put up there, I've got another project today. It's now time to tell you what it is. It's actually a fire surround. Hopefully it turned out fantastic because I haven't made it yet. I'm putting the ending up before the start and the start before the ending, something like that. Anyway, I've confused myself now totally. I better have a drink. I've sort of got my work clothes on. It's Monday afternoon, it's about 10 to 4 in the afternoon. It's nice and cool now because it's been bloody hot today. I'm hating to think what summer's going to be. I don't know why I'm building the fire surround because who knows whether we're able to have fires when we go camping, but I'll just have a quick drink. I've been wanting to get a proper fire surround for around my fire pits and that for a while. I had a look online. There's only a couple of people that make them or have them in Australia. A few YouTubers have shown them. Shad from Shad Donahue, he's got one that he uses around his fire pit. Says it's absolutely fantastic. I think he's got a link in his description if you want to check them out. And I think Fire to Fork, they have one too. And I was reading on Fire to Fork's actual web page, and he said he had trouble getting one, so he went out and made one himself, and he's now producing it and selling them online. I'm going to do the same because I just can't afford the dollars that they're asking for them. I know they're probably worth it. I think they're around, you know, $4.99, 500 bucks to buy. Get on their channels if you want to buy those. But I think I can make it myself. You know, I'm a bit of a handyman. I like building stuff. Anyone out there who is really interested in building their own products, this video may help you out. I've got a few sort of things down here I think I'm going to need. I don't know how intricate I'm going to go, what I'm going to do, but I've got a few ideas on what I want to do with this fire surround. So I'll just show you some of the tools I've got. I've got an electric drill with drill bits obviously. I've got a jigsaw for doing some cutting with the aluminium. I bought some metal cutting blades, a straight edge, a drink. I've got a few G-clamps or sash clamps, whatever you want to call them. I've got a set of hole cutting. I've got a set of hole cutting round different sizes, 5-piece hole saw set for cutting metal. Now the stuff I'm using that's actually going to be building the fire pit, I've got 2 lengths of piano hinge, nickel plated, they're just nickel plated piano hinge, and I've got some M3 10mm bolts with nuts. There's 20 in a packet. I figure I need about 36, so I had to got 2 lots of hinges, so I need 36 for each hinge, so 40 there, 40 there. Sorry if I keep walking off to the side, I'm just trying to clear my work area up. I've got a workbench here, and I've got my aluminium checker plate sheets here. Now a lot of the companies that make these just use flat sheets. I've decided to go with checker plate. I don't mind the checker plate look. I'm going to cut a few shapes in that on this anyway, but it is basically flat on the other side. So, and I've got these all cut to size. I did have a look online at Bunnings. You can get these sheets nearly exactly this size, like 600 by 450. I've got 4 of them. They want $81 per sheet, or per little piece. So you work that out, 2 pieces is going to cost you $162, and you can double that, what, $324 I think. 81 times 4.
The answer is 324.
Holy moly, I added it up right. Siri even gave me the same answer. How good is that? Normally she butts in and tells me anyway. So $324 it would cost you for 4 sheets. Remember I said that they were selling these online for $500. The piano hinges and the nuts and bolts cost me another 40 something dollars. I did not buy these at Bunnings. I got these cut. They cost me $163 to get 4 pieces made and cut, $46 for those. So I'm under like 200, I'm just a bit over 200 bucks for all the parts I need to make this fire surround. So already I've got about 285 bucks that I've saved. So I'm going to go ahead and make it now. I'm going to probably not show you every single thing that I'm going to do, but I'll just show you roughly what I'm going to do, how I'm going to cut it out, because I want to round the corners off on the top. I want to put a handle in the top of all the sheets, so cut a round circle and then join it together and have a handle in the top. And I want to cut like a leg piece out of the bottom. And if I get real creative, I might even try and cut a design in the checker plate as well. Just, I don't know yet. I'll see what I can come up with. But that's my plan, whether it works, or that's my idea. I don't normally have plans because I find plans go to shit. I always have ideas, and I've got an idea. Hopefully it works out. If it doesn't, it's only an idea. So let's get into it and see if we can get this going, eh? Cheers, everyone. Okay, I've changed over the blade in my jigsaw. First thing I'm going to do, I want to round the corners off. So that's going to be the first thing I'm going to do. So I've put a metal cutting blade in there. I've got my trusty drink here with my Horizon Touring little drink cooler thing, so it keeps it nice and cool. If you want one of these, get on to Dave from Horizon Touring. They're absolutely fantastic. And Dave's a metal worker, so hopefully he'll appreciate me using his drink holder as a template for the corners on this project. So I'm just going to draw around the corners of the top here, because I only want to do the top part sort of a little bit rounded. And then I've just got to get my jigsaw and hopefully cut the corners off. Now, if they're a little bit jagged or something, I have got a little sander thing inside that I can sort of smooth them off a little bit. I'll probably have to anyway, because I'll probably have some jagged edges. So let's get in and start cutting these out. So there you go there. I've just cut both corners off. Aluminium is quite soft, so I've just got to do all of them like this. I'm going to do this one first, so I'm going to completely do this one, just show you how I'm doing this one. The rest will all be exactly the same, but as you can see, I've got a nice little corner there. I'll be able to sand that up on my little sander inside, just take all the sharp edges off it. I'll get a bit of sandpaper and run around the edge of it as well. But that's the first part. I might do the handle part next day and cut that out, and then I'll move down to the bottom and do the bottom. Cheers. Okay, I just thought I'd show you, got the corners cut out like I was showing you there before. Now I've scribed out all the holes that I want to cut out for the rest of the shape. So I want to put a little handle up in here. So I've come in 175 from that side to there and down 65, put a scribe mark in. I'm going to use my hole saw, cut a hole saw out of there, then I'll go across there with the jigsaw and that should cut that piece out. Now the bottom, I want to make like a little leg, couple of leg pieces here. So I've scribed this out how I want to do it. What I've basically done is come in 95mm from the edge to there, and then up 10mm. I'll cut a hole saw out there, then I'll cut it across with the jigsaw that way. So that'll be the next job I'll show you. Okay guys, I've got it all cut out as you can see. So let's take this clamp off and I'll just stand it up there and show you. So as you can see, I've cut out the leg piece down the bottom here. I've cut out the handle piece up the top here. Now it is a little bit sharp. I'm going to have to get my little power file out and file all these down, round the corners off a little bit. I'm not sure, I've got some ideas about a design I might do, just a couple little cutouts or something. I might share that with you. There's the other side there. So I've just got 3 more of these to do now, and then it'll be a matter of cutting the piano hinge and just screwing them all together. That'll be the next job I'll show you. Cheers everyone. Okay, now the next part, I've got all the panels cut out, so what I've decided to do now is I want to cut a bit of design out in it. So you might be able to see there, shape of the star, 5-pointed star, 7-pointed stars. I've got the Southern Cross, so I'm going to cut all those out. So basically I'm going to get a hole saw, cut a hole saw in the center, then use my jigsaw to cut the star out. So let's see how that goes. Okay, 1 down, 5 to go. 4 to go, sorry. Can't count. 1 down, 4 to go. So I got 3 more 7-point stars and 1 5-point star to go. So I just cut the hole out in the center, then got the jigsaw and cut around there. Got a couple little scratches in it. That's from the filings off the jigsaw. Just going to get a buffing pad when I'm finished and buff all those out. But I've still got to take all the sharp edges off and everything. But I think that's going to look pretty good and should look good when it's got the fire showing through from the other side at night, and a little bit of a design just to make it look a little bit prettier. Cheers everyone. Okay everyone, I've got the panels all cut out. I'm up to the part where I'm starting to join them together. I just thought I'd quickly show you. So I've numbered all my panels, 3, 4 and 1 and 2. So I'll show you how they all fold up, but you've got to lay them all out and then work out how you're going to fold it all up. I've cut my hinge in half and come up 60 from the bottom, and what I've done is I've laid it upside down so that that little bumpy bit there with the what's the name is down in the middle between the 2 sheets. Then I've laid it on there and I've just marked out the holes there, top and bottom. I'm going to drill those out, put those bolts in. Once I get those 4 screwed in, I'll drill whatever other ones I want to put in. I don't know whether I'll put bolts in every single one. I think I'll just do top and middle. I think that seems a bit of overkill putting all those screws in, but I'll see what it's like. Do the same with the other one, and then I'll have to join it in the middle just there. So I'll show you some more in a minute. Cheers. Well, welcome back. I've got it all finished. So the fire surround is done, and you might be wondering why I'm not out camping and showing you the fire surround around a great looking fire, because unfortunately we went away camping to Grimary Bush Camp, and because of all the dry weather and everything, they've actually stopped you having fires. They have a communal fire that you can go and sit around, but it's a fairly big one, and I couldn't take this down there and shoot a video and all that sort of thing. So I decided to bring it home, get in the shed and do a video and tell you all about it. So I've got my Snow Peak fire pit set up in front of me, and I'll do the best I can to show you how it all works. Let's get into it, and I'll grab it. It's right behind me here, and I managed to find an old bag that I had. I think this is an old bag that I got off Drifter years ago, and it used to have some walls in it that I no longer use or have. So I just had it in the cupboard, and it fits perfectly for the new fire surround. So I'll hit the drum roll. Hopefully I've got a drum roll playing in the background there. And we'll get her out, eh? So here it is here, all folded up. Now the folded up size, it's probably only about 15, 20 mil thick, and it's 600 high and it's 460 wide. So that's the width that I decided to make this particular one. So let's fold it out and see what it looks like. Now there's 2 sides to it. It's got the checker plate side. You can, if you can possibly get hold of it, just get smooth aluminium and make it out of smooth aluminium. Checker plate was the only sort of stuff I could get, and I'm pretty sure it's a 2mm checker plate, and I had it cut at the local engineering works, and they cut it to size for me. They didn't cut any of the shapes out, they just cut the square or the rectangle shapes, which are 600 by 460, and the folded out length, if you want to know, is 1840. I could ask Siri and see what she says just to make sure I'm right with that calculation. Siri, what's 460 times 4?
The answer is 1,840.
There you go, I was right. At least Siri knows something, eh? So let's fold it out. So I'll put it down here, and how quick and easy is that? And I'll sit it around the fire there, the pretend fire, and show you what it looks like. So, as I said, I've got my Snow Peak fire pit here. Now I did measure the Snow Peak fire pit, and I did have a look at some of the ones that I've seen online. They had different heights on them. Some of them were 800 high and they were 550 wide, the panels. I didn't want anything too big, I just wanted it a reasonable size so I could pack it in the camper and take away with us. I cut the holes out in it because one, for the look of it, just to give it a bit of a design rather than just flat bits of aluminium. But I also did it because I had the idea. I've seen a couple of them. I might be just making this up, but one of the ones I've seen, they had a design cut in it, probably CNC cut out with the name of the company in it. And I actually think that it would let a little bit of wind through, not a lot, and it'll stop it from blowing over. Because I think if you just had the plain flat things and it was really blowing, it might sort of blow over. Yes. Yeah, so I cut all those holes to hopefully stop the wind from blowing it over. It may work, it may not work, but like I said, I've got it with the Snow Peak fire pit. You could use it with around a ground fire. You could use it with a camp cube. Rob and I used it with his Drifter Stockton sort of round fire pit. I'll put the video up on the screen there now and just show you that. I did a bit of a pan shot around it, and you can see that it's fully enclosed that around. And the beauty about it too, we found while we were camping, is that you can move it in a little bit closer to your fire, and it reflects the heat as well as stopping the wind, but it also doubles as radiating the heat back out in the front of the fire here. So if you've only got 3 people or so, you can sit around the front there and get all the heat coming towards you. And during winter, that will be really fantastic to sort of get a little bit more heat out of the fire, as well as stopping any wind that might be coming up. You can fold these out a little bit more. Now I've only got 4 panels, as I said, 1840 long. One of the ones I did see online had 6 panels, basically the same height and width, but they had 6 panels, which would give it another metre on length, so it'd be about 2.8 metres long. So you could do that. I could do that if I wanted to. If it works out okay like this, I'll leave it like it, but if I think I've got to put another couple of panels on it, I can. I think it's a project anyone can do for themselves. Now don't get me wrong, I don't think that the ones that I've seen online are overpriced or anything. They're not. They're actually, for the price of them, a great big gecko just ran up the bloody shed there and scared the hell out of me. He'd be eating all the spiders and everything in the shed, so eating all the bugs and that, so that'll be good. But I don't think they're overpriced by any means. I think they're all around $4.99 to $600, something like that. And I can see the money in that. The materials for this one cost me about $200. So $300 labour. Yeah, I suppose if you've got a $20,000 CNC cutting machine and all that sort of thing, and paying people $100 an hour or more, you can soon see that the price would add up, and you would have to charge a certain amount to get something like this made, unless you're getting it made overseas. So if you want to have a go at it, you only need a few simple tools. I had a hole saw, a drill, drill bits, a jigsaw with metal cutting blades, straight edge pencils, and a few nuts and bolts, and the materials, obviously the aluminium and the hinges. And you just need about 5 or 6 hours, depending on how long it's going to take, how intricate you go with the, whether you leave it flat panels or whether you want to cut some sort of design in it or something like that. But it's a job anyone can do. I think it's turned out fantastic. And I'll just lift this little top off this so you can see that fire pit a bit more. But you can really see, like with this little Snow Peak fire pit here, that you can put that around it. And probably even too, if you did have a couple of more panels on there, you could really close your fire up at night when you're finished, and be really, you know, a bit of peace of mind knowing that your fire is sort of enclosed in a little bit to stop the embers blowing out. So it's going to be a great asset for us when we're camping. So there we go there. Made myself in the backyard. I've smoothed all the edges off and everything like that. So absolutely fantastic, and he loves it. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you've got any questions, queries or comments, leave them down below. Thanks for tuning into my channel as you do. I really appreciate it. Stay safe, look after each other, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers everyone. Well, welcome back. Well, what am I talking about welcome back to? Well, I'm talking, obviously, well, welcome back. I've got it all finished. So the fire surround is done, and it'll stop it from blowing over, because I think if you just had the plain flat things and it was really blowing, it might sort of blow over. I'll Phil, every time I get on and do a video, he starts, you don't hear from him for 2 days, but the moment I do a video, he comes on and starts sending messages. Go figure. So I'm going to put my phone or my watch, if I can work out how to do it, which I can't seem to do. Bugger it, I'm just taking it off. Yeah, so, like I was saying, I'll Phil, you have a knack of interrupting me when I'm doing videos, mate. I've taken my watch off, so, and I don't know where my phone is. I had it somewhere. I'll have to probably get my watch to tell me where my phone is now. But let's get back to the video. I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, old Phil, he seems to have a knack of interrupting me when I'm trying to do a video. I've actually taken my watch off, mate.